Hello, I'm Father Tom, here again with some sermon ideas for this next Sunday, the first Sunday of Advent. The church year is new on Sunday, so happy New Year to all of you. On the first Sunday of Advent, it's important for us to understand the meaning of the season called Advent. The word itself means to begin, to begin. The readings that the church gives to us and the prayers for this first Sunday of Advent help us to have the right frame of mind as we begin our prayer and observance of this holy time of the year. The first reading speaks to us about a very important but perhaps an unusual prayer called lament. Lament. It means to be sorry. In other words, we look back and we see and are sorry that things are not changed. They're not different. We wish things were different. We look at our world and we see such violence and we lament that. We look at our family and we see disunity and we lament that. We look at our church and we see that we're not that perfect family or society and we lament that. And especially perhaps this time of year we look at our own society and we see that instead of Advent or a real preparation for Christmas, we see shopping days till Christmas. And we see the control of the stores and the things, so that the first desire in our hearts is to want more, or to be expecting the gifts of Christmas instead of expecting the coming of Jesus, our Savior. Now, the prayers speak about Jesus' coming, his two comings. The first coming, Christmas Day, 2,000 years ago, and the second coming, which will be in the future when we will meet him. But even now, Jesus comes to us, and we anticipate his coming and our discovery among us during this Christmas season preparation called Advent. The second thing that the church calls us in our prayers and our readings is to be awake. In other words, to notice the difference between what we have and what we want. And so, in this time of year, these 4 weeks of Advent, to prepare properly for the celebration of Christmas. And to prepare properly means to plan. Is to sit down and think, what will I do? How will I use this time of year? If we don't plan, then we will just get involved with shopping and the mall and all those other things that do not really help us. Instead, maybe we add prayer, such as going to church on Sundays, such as our Vesper services on Tuesday nights, such as our penance service next Monday, December 1st, or at home an Advent wreath on our table that we would pray with our family before meal. Spending some time in quiet, reflecting upon the meaning and the preparation for the coming of Christ into our lives, into our family, and into our world. And then finally, the church suggests joy. Joy and witnessing that joy as we go about our activities in Advent. Meaning, for example, when I go to the mall, when I go to the store, to greet with a smile those people who are working so hard, to greet other people, to allow others perhaps to take our parking place and we go down a little further. Different ways we can try to help Christ be a little more present there through our love and our care of the people that we associate with. All of this, the basis is the hope that Jesus brings to us. That as we look back and see what's wrong in our world, we know it can change. It can be different. It can improve. This is possible. Why? Because he is coming. Happy Advent to all.